System hardening techniques. Fortifying digital defenses. Welcome to an essential part of our Cybersecurity Fundamentals course, where we dive deep into system hardening techniques. System hardening is akin to fortifying a castle. You strengthen the walls and ensure that only authorized personnel can access its gates. This session will provide you with the necessary tools and knowledge to build a robust defense against potential breaches, enhancing the security posture of any organization. Understanding system hardening. System hardening involves a series of steps to secure systems and reduce their attack surface. This is achieved by configuring operational systems more securely, removing unnecessary applications, limiting user permissions, and ensuring that all remaining software is updated with the latest security patches. Today, we delve further into the concept of system hardening, a critical practice in cybersecurity that ensures the robustness of your digital infrastructure. Think of it as not just building walls around your castle but also ensuring the battlements are manned, the drawbridge is functional, and potential sieges are meticulously planned for. This proactive approach to securing systems and networks is what differentiates a secure system from a vulnerable one. Detailed strategies for system hardening. 1. Minimize surface of attack. First and foremost, reducing the attack surface is pivotal. This means minimizing the number of services and applications that potential attackers can access. For instance, if a service isn't necessary for daily operations, it should be disabled. This reduces the entry points available to an attacker, thereby securing the system more effectively. 2. Secure system configurations. Configuring your systems securely involves more than just installing an antivirus or setting up a firewall. It requires configuring system settings and permissions to close off vulnerabilities. This might mean adjusting local security policy settings for Windows to restrict user access levels and ensure that only necessary applications are running with administrative privileges. For Linux systems, it involves tightening file permissions and using security-enhanced Linux configurations to control access. 3. Regular updates and patch management. Keeping your software up to date is crucial. Each update potentially fixes vulnerabilities that cyber criminals could exploit. Establishing a regular schedule for updates and closely monitoring the release of security patches are essential practices. Tools like WSUS for Windows or unattended upgrades for Debian-based Linux distributions can automate this process, ensuring that your systems are always running the latest, most secure software versions. 4. Application allow listing. Rather than just preventing known malicious software from running, application allow listing allows only approved applications to run on a system. This approach significantly reduces the risk of malicious software execution by blocking anything that hasn't been explicitly allowed. Advanced security practices. 5. Employ advanced endpoint security solutions. Modern endpoint security solutions go beyond traditional antivirus software. They incorporate next-generation technologies such as machine learning and behavioral analysis to detect and respond to unusual activity that could indicate a breach. 6. Implement network segmentation and zero-trust models. Network segmentation involves dividing a larger network into smaller, more manageable, and secure segments. This can limit an attacker's ability to move laterally across a network. Incorporating a zero-trust security model, where trust is never assumed and must be continually verified, further enhances this strategy. Practical insights and case studies. Case study: technology startup. A tech startup implemented rigorous system hardening protocols when deploying its cloud infrastructure. By using configuration management tools like Puppet, it was able to enforce security policies across its virtual servers automatically. Regular scans and audits were scheduled to ensure compliance and identify any deviations from its security baseline. Real-world application. Government agency. A government agency revamped its security strategy after a data breach. They adopted a comprehensive system hardening approach involving encryption, rigorous access controls, and continuous monitoring. This transformation not only protected sensitive data but also restored public trust. Conclusion: emphasizing continuous improvement. In conclusion, System hardening is an ongoing process of adaptation and improvement. As new vulnerabilities are discovered and new threats emerge, the measures we take today may need to be adapted tomorrow. Staying informed, vigilant, and proactive are key to maintaining a secure and resilient digital environment. Thank you for participating in today's detailed exploration of system hardening techniques. Your takeaway should be a robust understanding of implementing these strategies in your own environments, ensuring you meet and exceed the standard security practices. Let's continue to push the boundaries of what it means to be secure in an ever-evolving digital world. Understanding system hardening. System hardening involves steps to secure systems and reduce their attack surface. This is achieved by configuring operational systems more securely, removing unnecessary applications, limiting user permissions, and ensuring that all remaining software is updated with the latest security patches. Delving deeper into the concept of system hardening, let's unpack the strategic layers that safeguard our digital environments from potential threats. System hardening isn't just a one-time setup. It's a continual process of enhancement and vigilance, ensuring that our systems are equipped to handle current threats and prepared for future vulnerabilities. Core aspects of system hardening. 1. Secure configuration. The first step in system hardening is to ensure that all systems are configured securely. This includes disabling or uninstalling unnecessary services and applications that might provide potential gateways for attackers. For example, if a server doesn't need to run a database service, that service should be disabled to prevent exploits targeting that specific service. 2. Principle of least privilege. Employing the principle of least privilege is crucial. This means ensuring that all system accounts have only the permissions essential for their operational roles. For instance, a user who only needs to read specific files shouldn't have the permission to modify or delete those files. This approach minimizes the risk of accidental or malicious alterations to critical system components. 3. Patch management. Keeping software up to date is another fundamental aspect of system hardening. Regularly applying security patches and updates closes vulnerabilities that attackers could exploit. Establishing a routine schedule for updates and closely monitoring for the release of patches related to security are vital practices. Automated patch management tools can assist in ensuring that updates are consistently applied without delay. 4. Removing non-essential software. Systems should be free of any non-essential software or services, as each additional software increases the potential attack surface. Systems should be stripped down to only those applications necessary for their intended role, reducing the avenues for attackers to gain access. Advanced hardening techniques. 5. Auditing and monitoring. Regular audits and continuous monitoring of systems can detect and alert on unauthorized changes or suspicious activities. Implementing intrusion detection systems, IDS, and employing comprehensive logging and monitoring solutions can help identify security incidents before they escalate. 6. Application control and allow listing. Rather than allowing every application to run, which standard antivirus solutions might permit, application allow listing adds an additional layer of security by only allowing pre-approved applications to execute. This drastically reduces the risk of malicious software running on the system. 7. Encryption and data protection. Encrypting stored data protects it from unauthorized access, even if other security measures fail. Techniques such as full disk encryption and the use of encrypted file systems ensure that data is unreadable to those without proper authorization. Case studies and practical application. Healthcare industry example. Consider a healthcare provider who must protect sensitive patient data. System hardening in such an environment involves strict access controls, regular audits, comprehensive data encryption, and rigorous application controls to ensure compliance with health information privacy standards. Manufacturing sector implementation. In a manufacturing context, where production systems are often targeted by ransomware, hardening might focus on segregating networks, restricting user access, and implementing strong endpoint defenses to prevent disruptions in production. Conclusion. A commitment to security. Understanding and implementing system hardening techniques form the bedrock of a secure operational environment. As technology evolves and new threats emerge, the process of hardening systems must adapt accordingly. Staying ahead of potential threats requires a proactive approach to security, constant learning, and adapting strategies based on current threat landscapes. Today's discussion emphasizes the dynamic nature of cybersecurity. As we proceed, let's carry the knowledge and insights gained here to enhance the security postures of the systems we are responsible for, ensuring they are resilient and robust against the evolving threats in the digital world. Today, we'll delve into the specific security considerations and hardening strategies for the three major operating systems: Windows, Linux, and macOS. Each system has unique vulnerabilities and defenses, making it crucial for cybersecurity professionals to understand the best practices tailored to each environment. 1. Windows security. Windows is ubiquitous in both personal and professional spheres, making it a prime target for cyber attacks. Hardening a Windows environment starts with a rigorous audit of the services and features enabled by default. Many Windows services are not essential and can be turned off to minimize vulnerabilities. For instance, unless absolutely necessary, turning off services like Remote Registry and Print Spooler, unless absolutely necessary, can significantly reduce potential entry points for attackers. In addition, it's vital to configure group policy settings to strengthen security measures. Policies such as account lockout after multiple failed login attempts, password complexity requirements, and settings that prevent the execution of unauthorized scripts and applications enhance the security of Windows systems. Updating systems is non-negotiable. Automating Windows updates ensures that your systems receive the latest security patches without delay, protecting against newly discovered vulnerabilities. Furthermore, user account management should be strict. Ensure that administrative privileges are granted only to those requiring them, and always operate with the least necessary privileges. 2. Linux security. Turning our attention to Linux, this OS is renowned for its role in server and enterprise environments due to its robustness and efficiency. Securing a Linux system involves several critical steps. First, ensure that remote root access is disabled. This is often achieved by configuring the SSH secure shell settings to deny root login. Instead, use a regular user account to access the system and switch to root only when necessary. Security extensions like AppArmor or SELinux are invaluable for enforcing strict security policies that limit the actions programs can perform. Configuring these tools can prevent malicious or flawed applications from harming the system. Package management is another area where Linux shines. Tools like apt for Debian-based systems and yum for RHEL-based systems should be configured to automatically apply security updates, ensuring that vulnerabilities are swiftly patched. 3. macOS security. Lastly, macOS, popular among creative professionals and known for its user-friendly interface, also requires careful security considerations. Enabling File Vault ensures that all data stored on the device is encrypted, providing strong data-at-rest security. Additionally, Gatekeeper should be configured to allow applications only from the macOS App Store or identified developers, which helps prevent the accidental installation of malicious software. The built-in firewall on macOS should not be overlooked. It can be configured to control incoming connections to services, blocking unauthorized access while allowing legitimate apps to communicate. Real-world applications. Consider a financial institution that manages sensitive customer data. For such an organization, employing these hardening techniques is not just best practice, it's a regulatory necessity. Ensuring that their Windows servers are meticulously configured and regularly updated, their Linux servers are locked down with SELinux policies, and their macOS workstations are secured against unauthorized access, are all fundamental security tasks. Or imagine a tech startup where developers use macOS. Implementing rigorous security measures such as application allowlisting and full disk encryption can protect intellectual property and personal information from potential threats. Unified security posture. In conclusion, while the specific practices may vary, The underlying principles of system hardening remain consistent across all operating systems. It involves minimizing the attack surface, enforcing the least privilege, and maintaining a rigorous update regime. By mastering these strategies, you can ensure the integrity and resilience of any IT infrastructure, whether it operates on Windows, Linux, or macOS. Let's carry these insights forward as we continue to explore deeper into the field of cybersecurity. Remember, a well-hardened system is a fundamental component of any robust security strategy, and continuous learning and applying these principles is key to staying ahead of potential threats.